Hello, Gear Up Scholars. This workshop is about time management. You will need a piece of paper and a writing utensil. Agenda. We will first begin with the How Organized Are You quiz. Then, you'll learn about the common time management mistakes. After, we'll talk about the LPET plan. And lastly, self-reflection, your plan for getting organized. And closing. Let's start off today by reflecting on our own organizational skills. How organized are you? Quiz. Instructions. Number your paper 1 through 15. You'll take the following quiz to assess your organizational skills. After reading each statement, you will rate yourself on each statement using the following scale. If the statement applies to you always, you will put 4. If the statement usually applies, you will put 3. If the statement applies to you sometimes, you will put 2. If the statement never applies, you will put never. Sorry, 1 for never. At the end, you will add up all the points. Let us begin. Number 1. I use a planner to keep track of my homework. I use a planner to keep track of my homework. If you do this always, put 4. If you usually do this, put 3. If you do this sometimes, put 2. If you never do this, put 1. Number 2. My planner is filled in with all of my homework assignments and upcoming tests, quizzes, and projects. My planner is filled in with all of my homework assignments and upcoming tests, quizzes, and projects. Number 3. I check my planner before school ends each day. Again, I check my planner before school ends each day. Number 4. I prioritize my homework assignments and plan out when I will complete each one. I prioritize my homework assignments and plan out when I will complete each one. If this applies to you always, put 4. If it applies to you usually, put 3. For sometimes, put 2. And if it never applies, put 1. Number 5. When faced with a large project or test, I break it down into smaller tasks. Once again, when faced with a large project or test, I break it down into smaller tasks. If the statement applies to you always, put 4. If the statement applies to you usually, put 3. If the statement applies to you sometimes, put 2. And if it never applies, put 1. Moving on. Number 6. When I do my homework, I have a dedicated, neat space to work that has all the materials I need to do my assignments. When I do my homework, I have a dedicated, neat space to work that has all the materials I need to do my assignments. Number 7. I have enough time to complete my homework each day. I have enough time to complete my homework each day. Number 8. My workspace is clean and I can find what I need easily. My workspace is clean and I can find what I need easily. Number 9. I clean out my workspace each night. Number 9. I clean out my workspace each night. And number 10. I put everything I need for school in my backpack, and I'm not rushed in the morning looking for missing items. Again, I put everything I need for school in my backpack, and I'm not rushed in the morning looking for missing items. If the statement applies to you always, put 4. If it applies to you usually, put 3. If this is you sometimes, put 2. And if this is never you, put 1. Okay, moving on to the last 5. Number 11. During school, I can easily locate any items I need to do my work, like pencils, calculator, and have a charged Chromebook. Once again, during school, I can easily locate any items I need to do my work, like pencils, calculator, and have a charged Chromebook. If this is you always, put 4. If this is you usually, put 3. If this is you sometimes, put 2. And if this is never you, put 1. Number 12. When I get papers at school, I file them in a binder or folder for that class. When I get papers at school, I file them into a binder or folder for that class. Number 13. I feel prepared when I log into class. I feel prepared when I log into class. Number 14. My teachers would say, I am organized. My teachers would say, I am organized. And last one, number 15. My family would say, I am organized. My family would say, I am organized. If the statement applies to you always, go ahead and put 4. If it applies to you usually, put 3. If it sometimes applies, put 2. And if it never applies, put 1. Okay, make sure you have a score for all 15 statements. Take the next minute to calculate your score. Add up your total points for the above statements. So right now you should be adding up all the rates from all 15 questions to get a grand total. Again, add up all your points to get a grand total. Okay, we're moving on. Results. Now that you have your total points, here is your assessment on your management skills. If you received 46 to 60 points, you should be an organizational coach. You have well-developed strategies for organizing your materials and time. Keep up the great work. If you received 31 to 45 points, you have some solid organizational skills, but room for improvement. Look for times when you don't have the materials you need or feel disorganized. Ask a trusted adult to help you identify some strategies to help improve your organizational skills. Now, if you received 15 to 30 points, time to rein in the chaos. Ask a parent or teacher to help you establish some routines for organizing your materials and schoolwork. It will take a little work, but once you develop your organizational skills, you will feel more in control of your day and may even see improvement in your grades as well. Now we will learn some common mistakes of time management. Common time management mistakes. Number 1, failing to keep a to-do list. Write things down. Humans can only remember 4 things at a time. Number 2, not setting personal goals and periodically reflecting on progress. Keep yourself on check. Number 3, not knowing how to prioritize goals. Having a to-do list and knowing how to use it are 2 different things. Rank your to-dos by due date. Number 4, juggling multiple calendars, day planners, or to-do lists. Choose one place to keep all of your lists. Number 5, failing to manage distractions. Plan to get things done in environments that won't have distractions. Don't try to do your AP homework in front of the TV, and turn off your phone during your study periods. Number 6, failing to accurately track your time. If you plan to spend 2 straight hours on math homework, time yourself with a watch, your computer, or your phone. But watch out for potential distractions. Put your phone on airplane mode. Number 7, multitasking. You're really just task switching, which can result in tasks taking longer than they would if you worked on them one at a time. Underestimating how long a particular task will take to complete can lead to this. If you don't know, look at how far in advance a teacher gives you an assignment. This is a clue. Number 8, not taking breaks. Resting and recharging through sports, exercise, meditation, and sleep are crucial to remaining productive. And last one, number 9, ineffectively scheduling tasks. Schedule the activities that require the most focus at times when you know you will be most focused and energized. For example, don't start your homework at 10 p.m. at night. So these were the 9 common time management mistakes. Now we're going to learn about the LPET plan to help you avoid all of these mistakes. The LPET plan consists of 4 steps to learn how to manage your own time. Heads up, this is where you want to take great notes. The 4 steps for managing your own time: list, prioritize, estimate, and timed events go first. Once again, list, prioritize, estimate, time events go first. Step 1, list all the things you have to do that day. Include chores, sports, assignments, and things you want to do to relax. Step 2, Prioritize. Figure out what needs to be done first. How will you decide? Use the 4-quadrant box to organize your tasks. Academic, non-academic, urgent, not urgent. Step 2, continue. We all have responsibilities in and out of school. It is up to you to distinguish what is urgent and non-urgent. Here's an example as to how to use the 4-quadrant method. In the green quadrant, we have a task that is academic and urgent. For example, biology exam tomorrow. In the blue quadrant, we have a task that is academic but non-urgent. For example, outline due at the end of the week. In the yellow quadrant, we have a non-academic yet urgent task. This can be like helping siblings with their homework. And in the red quadrant, we have a task that is non-academic and non-urgent, like play Xbox with my friend. You can get away without prioritizing if you don't have a lot to do. But if there's a chance that you will reach the end of the day without finishing everything, you want to make sure you've done the most important stuff first. Step 3, estimate. Now that you prioritize your tasks, try to figure out how long you'll need to complete them. This helps you stay realistic about what you'll get done. You can use this chart to write down your activities and place an estimated time by each task in the table. Step 4, timed events go first. Finally, distinguish which ones are linked to a time commitment. For example, if you have a basketball game at 6, you know everything else will need to be done before you leave for the game or after you get home. So these were the 4 steps for the LEPT plan. My plan for getting organized. Now that you've received all this information, it's time for you to develop a plan to get organized. Please use the following questions to identify, reflect, and plan. Identify 2 organizational problems that you have. Reflect on your "How organized are you?" quiz score. How will you manage your time better going forward? How will you prioritize your time? What is the most important when considering time management for you? For example, I struggle with multitasking and procrastination, which is probably why my quiz score was so low. I can improve by creating a schedule and sticking to it. Once again, we welcome you all to identify, reflect, and plan, and use the LPET plan to avoid those common time management mistakes. We hope this was really helpful and look forward to you enhancing your time management skills. Thank you so much for joining us in our time management workshop. Once again, don't forget to stay connected and follow us on CSUDH_Hawthorne_GearUp for the latest updates and more workshops and links and information like this. Good luck, Gear Up scholars.